Hello my friends, Gabriel here, back with another video. In today's video we're gonna make the full review for the Huawei Ascend P6. As you already know, this is one of the slimmest devices in the world and one of the best looking devices in the world also. It's made out of premium materials, metal with glass on the front, Corning Gorilla Glass 2 covering the display. It's a 4.7 inch 720p display running on a homebrew processor made by Huawei, the K3V2, with 2 gigs of RAM and 8 gigabytes of internal storage, which you can further expand with a micro SD card up to 64 gigabytes. On the front we have a 5 megapixel front-facing camera capable of 720p. On the back we have an 8 megapixel camera capable of 1080p. Also here we have the speaker on the bottom, and on the left side we have the SIM removal thingy, which covers also the 3.5mm headphone jack. So if you're wondering where the headphone jack is, it's right here on the left side. On the upper side we have the micro USB port and also a microphone for video recording. Also the main microphone right here on the bottom. As I said, this is one of the slimmest and best looking devices out there on the market. A lot of people and reviewers compare it with the iPhones because of this design on the sides. I don't get it, why it resembles an iPhone. I actually don't care. To me it seems a lot more with the Xperia lineup from Sony. But everyone has an opinion. The device is running Android 4.2.2 Jelly Bean. There is an official KitKat update. I tried to install it, but for some reason I wasn't allowed. I will try further these days. As you can see, the Android version 4.2.2 Jelly Bean. I haven't noticed any problems in daily usage. It's a pretty good device. It's opening apps pretty fast, no problem. Sometimes you encounter some lag, but nothing dramatic. Battery life on this device is okay. Depends on how you use the device. With my type of usage, which is the same always with any device, I have to be honest with you, I get about the same battery life that I would get with a Samsung Galaxy S4. Keep in mind that this device here sports a 2000 mAh battery, while the S4 sports a 2600 mAh battery. And still, with my type of usage, I have to repeat myself, I get the same battery life. What this means in terms of screen on time, I get about 4 hours and a half of screen on time, which it's not that bad, but I've seen better, if you ask me. I also made some screenshots. As you can see, the battery was about 19% and the screen on time was 3 hours and a half, and the phone was up for about 14 hours. It's not the best battery life, but considering how slim this device is and considering the smaller size the battery inside, I think it's acceptable. But as I said, it depends a lot on how you use the phone. Also in terms of performance and synthetic benchmarks, Well, this isn't, if you're a guy who loves benchmarks, then this isn't the phone for you. The results are pretty low. They are even worse than what I had on the S4 Mini, for example. Remember, this is a quad-core CPU, and let's see some screenshots. This is a Quadrant standard, and as you can see, the device scored only 5,000 points. Also in Antutu, it scored 14,800 points. Pretty low, if you ask me. But also, if you're a subscriber to my channel, you already know my opinion about benchmarks and how I feel about them. To me, they represent nothing. They do not indicate the correct performance of the smartphone in day-to-day usage. So forgive me if I don't trust this kind of benchmarks that much. But knowing that a lot of people out there base their purchase decisions also on benchmarks, here you have the results. What I can honestly say is that the device, and you can also see with your eyes, the device is pretty smooth, pretty fast, no problems. And this is the most important thing, if you ask me. Let's go to camera. As I said, on the front we have a 5 megapixel camera, and on the back we have an 8 megapixel camera. To be real honest with you, for me, this camera is average at best. It doesn't take some spectacular shots. I don't know, colors are washed out, there's too much sharpness, it's a clear loss of details also in the pictures. So to be honest with you, I was not impressed with the cameras, with the one on the back and also with the one on the front. I didn't like the results. And also in the video camera, if you take 1080p videos, those are videos that you can certainly not use. They are very bad, in very distorted, with a lot of lag, a lot of skipped frames and so on. It's the first time that I've seen something like this on a device. From what I understood, in the 4.4 KitKat update, everything was resolved. So this is a problem specific only to Android 4.2 Jelly Bean. But as I said, the camera did not impress me that much. The only thing that impressed me regarding the camera is the fact that it takes some pretty good pictures in terms of low light, considering all the other results that I got out of this camera. Even in low light, especially if you use the flash, you can get some good results with a lot of detail, with a lot of clarity. Some pretty sharp images. As you can see, it's not that bad, but also let's go to the gallery. I'll show you some pictures that I took yesterday from my balcony. Here they are. Some sort of parade yesterday, and as you can see, they're not the worst pictures that you can take with this device or with a mobile device, but I consider them to be average at best. Maybe with the KitKat update things have improved. I don't know. I have to try to install KitKat and test more the camera. Also, I posted on my channel yesterday. This picture is a picture taken with the front-facing camera. It's a selfie, and as you can see, there's a lot of noise and lack of detail, and also the colors are not, let's say, correctly rendered. I posted yesterday a video sample with this camera. If you want to check it out, you'll find it on my channel. So as I said, the camera is not the best on the market. It's not the worst. It's average. Although it uses a Sony sensor, a BSI sensor. So I was expecting a bit more. What else there is to say? As you can see, this device comes with all the Google pre-installed apps. This is the international variant, it's not the Chinese one. On the Chinese one, everything related to Google is missing. You have to download and install Play Store separately in order to access the Google services. So as you can see, it comes pre-installed with all the apps from Google. And also you have the Play Store available. One thing that I like about this phone is the fact that you can customize your device with themes, and also after you've chosen a theme, you can customize it even further. You can choose the way your icons want to look. For example, I have one theme installed, but I can choose the icons from the other themes available and customize the device to my liking. Still, in terms of software, there are some nifty tricks from Huawei. The ones that I like most, it's the power manager. For example, you have 3 modes: normal, smart, and endurance, which gives you the possibility to adjust your smartphone in order to give you the best battery life. Right now I have it on endurance. As you can see, I have 45% battery, and the estimated time left is 15 hours of usage. Another thing that I like with their apps is the permission manager. Which basically gives you the option to decide for yourself what apps can send push notifications, push messages, and so on. And you can deactivate them all, or you can enable them all. These are some pretty nifty tricks. Also, if I can find it, you have the possibility to block all the apps running in the background. So you can deactivate all of them, thus increasing the speed and also the battery life on your smartphone. But these are some things that are pretty interesting from Huawei. Also, in the display settings, you have the option to choose the color temperature of your display to make it warmer or cooler. One thing that I didn't say, this smartphone right here does not support 4G. So this is not a 4G LTE enabled device. So if you're looking for a 4G LTE device, keep in mind that the Huawei P6 does not have this feature. So what else there is to say? Well, nothing much. It's a very beautiful device. It's very elegant, very sexy, very slim. Premium materials, very well built, and also, and this is what I consider the strongest point, the price tag of the Huawei P6. Considering the offerings and competitors out there on the market, this device you can buy it brand new for about 270, 280 euros here in Europe. So it's a pretty good choice if you want a good device made out of great materials with good construction, and also with some pretty good features and specs. Remember, quad-core CPU, 2 gigabytes of RAM. And speaking of RAM, I really like the RAM management on this device. I usually get about, as you can see right here, I almost have 1300 megabytes of free RAM out of the 1.7 available on the device, because the other up to 2 gigabytes is taken by the system. So in terms of RAM management, this device really impressed me. I think it's the first time that I see a device having such a good RAM management, and having available more than, let's say, usually 1200 megabytes of RAM. It's good enough to ensure the smoothness of the operations and everything else on this device. Sometimes, but I don't know how should I say, to give you an exact scenario when it happens. Sometimes the device tends to lag, to take a little more time to do something, but those times are very rare. And as I said, in day-to-day usage, you have no problems with this device. One other thing that I want to point out, still talking about the P6, is the fact that, again, sometimes, depending on the scenario, depending on what apps you're running and what you're doing, it tends to overheat. And to be really honest with you, it does overheat a lot. But fortunately, it cools down pretty fast. Still, I've noticed this thing. To me personally, every device that overheats becomes a problem. I don't like overheating in mobile devices, especially after the very bad experience that I had with the Samsung Galaxy S4, and that for me was enough to take care and to be certain that the next devices that I buy won't have this problem. Actually, the devices that I want to use for my personal things, not the devices that I review. So take into consideration this fact also. Device here tends to overheat, but as I said, it depends on the scenario. What can I say? Would I recommend this device to people for buying? Well, it depends. Depends on a couple of factors. I would not recommend the device because of a couple of things. First of all, the battery life. I'm a power user. I usually use my devices all day long. The moment that I take them from the charger till I have to put them back on the charger. And to me, battery life is very important. So for me, 4 hours and a half of screen on time, it's pretty low considering the times that I had from the LG G2. Because with the G2, I was getting about 7.5 to 8 hours of screen on time. So almost double than the Huawei P6. Still, considering the fact that this device, with a pretty small battery inside, but because of the slimness, considering that this device is giving me the same battery times that the Galaxy S4 was giving, I would say it's pretty satisfying. So it's not the best, it's not the worst, but it's okay. For those of you who have a more frugal usage of the smartphone, this is a very good device, coupled with very good power management included in the software from Huawei. I would say that overall the battery is okay. The other thing that for which I would not recommend this device is the camera. As I said, they did not provide me with great satisfaction in terms of picture quality and also video quality. I've had and used the Lumia 1020, so I might be spoiled. I also had the Nokia 808 Pureview, so I had the kings of camera phones, and to me everything that is on a mobile device like this and doesn't give me the same results, or at least close to the same results that I got out from the Lumia 1020, it's a disappointment. But in this case, this camera right here, the 8 megapixel one on the back and the 5 megapixel on the front, for me they are at most average. These are the main two reasons for which I would not recommend this device. And for reasons to buy this device and use it, first of all, it's the device itself, the way it looks, the materials, the build quality, and so on. Also, the software included from Huawei. It's pretty fluid, it's pretty fast, it's very easy, very intuitive, with a lot of things to customize, a lot of great tools custom made by Huawei, like those for power management and for everything else running in the background and so on, security. Another thing for which I would get this device, or recommend you to get it, it's call quality and signal reception. I had no problems with dropped calls, or I don't know, let's say not getting a signal from my cell operator. Though I used this device also in some places with pretty bad coverage. I had no problems when talking with the phone. I had no problems in dropped calls or anything else. So another good thing about the Huawei P6. Another good thing, the fact that you can expand the memory, and especially the price point. You get a lot of things in the package with this device. You get a lot of power. You get a lot of customization options. You get a lot of nifty tricks from Huawei for the money that you pay. And I consider it to be a very well-rounded smartphone for those money. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's already too long. If you have any questions or opinions, please leave a comment in the comment section. Also share this video and subscribe to my channel for future content. And you can follow me on my official Facebook page, because there was where I spend most of my time. And also on Google+. Hope to hear from you in my next videos. Until then, I wish you all the best. Be safe, be good. Your friend Gabriel signing out. Peace.